The wind howled through the narrow streets of the old town, carrying with it the scent of rain and dust. The mountains surrounding the small village in Azerbaijan stood like silent guardians, watching generations come and go. For the villagers, life was simple but never easy. And for two boys growing up there, life would soon test the true meaning of friendship. Ali and Kamran had been inseparable since childhood. They were different in every way. Ali was quiet, thoughtful, and always looked before he leaped. Kamran, on the other hand, was bold, loud, and fearless, sometimes too fearless. Where Ali saw danger, Kamran saw opportunity. Where Kamran rushed forward, Ali held him back. Yet somehow they balanced each other perfectly. They met when they were 6 years old, on the first day of school. Kamran had gotten into trouble within minutes, pushing a bigger boy who was bullying a younger student. Ali, who barely spoke to anyone back then, had stood beside Kamran without saying a word. That silent support had meant everything. From that day on, they were a team. Years passed. They climbed hills together, skipped stones across the river, shared dreams under the open sky, and promised each other that no matter where life took them, they would never turn their backs on one another. But promises are easy to make when life is calm. The real test comes when the storm arrives. When they turned 17, change came like thunder. A large construction company announced plans to build a road through the mountains, a road that would bring money, tourists, and modern life. Many villagers welcomed it, others feared it would destroy the land, the traditions, and the peace they had known for centuries. Kamran was excited. This is our choice, Ali, he said one evening, standing on the edge of a cliff overlooking the valley. If this road is built, everything changes. Jobs, opportunities. We won't be stuck here forever. Ali did not answer immediately. He watched the sun dip behind the mountains, painting the sky in shades of orange and red. But what if it cost us everything? Ali asked quietly. The forests, the river, even our homes. Kamran scoffed. You always worry too much. Progress always has a price. That was the first crack. As weeks passed, the village divided. Kamran began working part time for the construction crew, earning money and confidence. Ali spent his time with the elders, listening to their concerns, helping organize peaceful protests, and documenting the damage already being done. They started saying less of each other. When they did meet, their conversations turned tense. Words that once felt natural now felt sharp. You are standing in the way of future, Kamran accused one night. And you are selling your home to strangers. Ali shouted back. The silence that followed was heavier than any argument. Then came the night everything changed. A violent storm swept through the mountains, fiercer than anyone had expected. Rain poured like it was trying to wash the earth away. The river rose rapidly, roaring with anger. Ali had gone out to warn the shepherds near the upper hills. Kamran, working late at the construction site, was helping secure equipment near a half built bridge, a bridge that crossed a deep gorge. Suddenly, the ground trembled. A massive landslide tore through the mountainside. Ali heard the sound before he saw it, a deep, terrifying rumble. His heart dropped. He knew exactly where the landslide was heading, the bridge. Without thinking, Ali ran. Rain soaked his clothes. Mud slowed his steps. His lungs burned, but he did not stop. Fear pushed him forward. When he reached the gorge, his worst fear was confirmed. Part of the bridge had collapsed. Kamran was trapped on the other side. The remaining section of the bridge swayed violently, held together by ropes and broken beams. One wrong move and it would fall completely into the darkness below. Kamran! Ali shouted, his voice nearly lost in the storm. Kamran turned, his face pale but determined. For a moment, neither spoke. The weight of everything unsaid hung between them. You should not be here, Kamran yelled. Ali laughed bitterly, still trying to protect me. The bridge cracked loud. They did not have time to argue. Ali scanned the area, thinking fast. The rain made everything slippery. The storm showed no mercy. If you try to cross now, you will fall, Ali said. We need to stabilize it. Kamran hesitated. The ropes won't hold much longer. Ali met his eyes. Then we hold them together. Kamran stared at him. Realization dawning. You would risk your life after everything I said. Ali did not look away. You are my brother. That never changed. Something broke inside Kamran, or maybe something healed. Working together, they tied spare cables to nearby rocks, anchoring the bridge as best they could. Each movement was slow, deliberate. One mistake could be fatal. The storm screamed around them. At one point, the bridge shifted suddenly, throwing Kamran off balance. He slipped, barely catching a rope. His body dangled over the gorge, rain blinding him, strength fading. Ali, he screamed. Without hesitation, Ali threw himself forward, digging his feet into the mud, grabbing Kamran's arm with both hands. Pain shot through his shoulders, but he held on. I have got you, Ali shouted. I won't let go. Kamran looked up, terror and trust battling in his eyes. I'm sorry, Kamran said, his voice shaking for everything. Ali gritted his teeth. Save your strength. Apologies can wait. With one final surge of effort, Ali pulled Kamran back onto solid ground. They collapsed side by side, breathless, soaked, alive. The bridge behind them gave one final groan and fell into the darkness. Dawn came quietly, as if the storm had never existed. The village gathered near the gorge, stunned by the destruction and the miracle. The road project was suspended. Investigations followed. Plans were reconsidered. The mountains had spoken. Ali and Kamran sat on a rock overlooking the valley, wrapped in blankets, hands scraped and bruised. For a long time, neither spoke. Then Kamran broke the silence. I thought being strong meant pushing forward no matter what. He said softly. But last night, strength was standing still, holding on. Ali smiled faintly, and I thought being careful meant staying safe. But sometimes you have to risk everything for the people you love. Kamran looked at him. I almost lost you, and I realized no future is worth that. They did not need grand speeches. The storm had stripped away pride, fear, and misunderstanding. What remained was something pure and unbreakable, true friendship. Years later, the village would remember that night as the turning point, not just because a bridge fell, but because two young men proved that progress without heart is empty and courage without loyalty is hollow. Ali and Kamran would go on to build a future together, one that respected both dreams and roots. And whenever the wind howled through the mountains, it carried their story, a reminder that true friendship is the bridge that never collapses, no matter how fierce the storm.